Hello. Hello, everybody. Oh, I am here. It's raining. It's raining a lot. Obviously, that's ambient noise. It's not actually... it's not real rain noise. I don't think that the microphone would ever pick that up. But I thought it'd be fun to pipe that in. This button. This button. This button. There we go. I always forget the button. Still working on knowing that. Okay, I gotta close some stuff. Okay, so if you don't know where I live right now, there is a cyclone off the coast. No, silly goose, I thought it was rain. Yeah, the roof fell off and it's just raining inside the room right now. Yeah, so there's a cyclone. It hasn't reached land yet. It was scheduled to land today, but it's moving slow. So I've still got time. It's not so bad right now, but I think tomorrow it is not going to be so great. So we're just gonna stream today, and tomorrow, I don't know. My house hopefully is still going to be here. But, you know, anything can happen. This place is not built for cyclones, so it's kind of freaky. But we are here. Where's the buttons? Oh my god. Social stream. I need to activate the YouTube auto find live sources. If you don't lose power, do you lose? Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll just go to sleep. I don't actually think I'll lose power. That's kind of... It's just a joke. But, we'll see. We'll see. If I don't lose power, I stream forever, yeah. Well, yeah, I don't actually... I don't think I will lose power today. People have. My parents lost power. But I'm still here, you know? So, did your house have a generator thing? No, I don't think so. I've got a PowerPoint on my box, but it's used to power things, so I plug stuff into that, but that's it. There's no way. My house, my power board is so old. This house is from the 80s, which is, to be honest, actually quite new for the Gold Coast. What was I gonna do? I wanted to watch like a cyclone thingo. Alert shut down. Australia's biggest cyclone to hit. W on. I don't know what's good. I just want one of those ones where they show you all the dumb stuff that... Get rid of the live part. Cyclone Alfred. Updates. ABC News. Close to the coast 3 hours ago. 3 hours ago. 1 second, I'll be back. But yeah, no worries, dude. Tropical cyclone Alfred, conditions deteriorate, cyclone approaches 3 hours ago. Yeah, we'll watch this.
Good afternoon. As we come on the air, Tropical Cyclone Alfred is bearing down on southeast Queensland and northern New South Wales. This is a live shot of Surfers Paradise.
So that's my city. It's not looking too bad, to be honest. It just looks like a rainy day.
Conditions have deteriorated in the last few hours. The rain has set in, strong winds whipping up wild surf. The Category 2 system...
You could spend them making a game where you cyclone, chasing chaos. I was thinking that. I've actually got some real work to do, so I've got to work on some stuff. So I'll just do that.
Is right now 200 kilometres east of Brisbane and the Gold Coast. It's moving slowly at around 7.
When they announced it, they were talking about it on Sunday, right? And I was like, I hope that it just like goes off into the ocean or becomes a tropical low, but it's like the worst case scenario right
The latest modelling has it crossing the coast as a Category 1 very early Saturday morning, most likely between Noosa and Coolangatta on the Gold Coast, with Brisbane smack bang in the middle. But as we've seen, Cyclone Alfred is erratic, changing by the hour, and we are being warned it could also make landfall late tomorrow night.
That's what they're saying now. It's so annoying.
Across the border, thousands of homes have lost power and major flood warnings have been issued across northern New South Wales, including the Wilsons River at Lismore.
Yeah, if you were in Lismore, I'd be getting the heck out of here. You are going to be underwater for sure, because you get underwater even when it isn't a cyclone.
And the Richmond River, with the worst conditions expected from tomorrow. Our 9 News team is following the storm across both borders. Let's go first to Claire Todhunter on North Stradbroke Island, which will get the first taste of Alfred's fury. Claire, 30 hours from landfall. How is it looking at the moment?
I imagine a cyclone just tastes like water.
What does a cyclone taste like?
What does a cyclone taste like? Well, I imagine it's just very wet. And maybe a bit crunchy from all the sand it's going to pick up.
Well, as you said, we knew that these Moreton Bay Islands would be the first to start feeling the impacts of Cyclone Alfred, and I would say we are certainly starting to feel those impacts now. We've been feeling strong winds for the last 24 hours, and they are just intensifying by the minute. It's actually very hard to stand still in one spot in winds these strong. They really just knock you from side to side. And I can give you a look now of what things are looking like here on North Stradbroke.
I went to North Stradbroke for my honeymoon, and it's really beautiful, but right now it does not look like that.
Swell is really just pounding the coastline there. It's a very heavy erosion coming in. When we were here just a few hours ago, there were plenty of people here spectating, watching the sights. They seem to have cleared out now with no cars left in the car park. People really starting to take shelter as we wait for that cyclone to come in. A refuge centre has been set up on Stradbroke Island. That one that is located in Greenwich. Sophie?
Claire Todd-Hunter braving those conditions for us this afternoon. Thank you. Let's go down the coast now to Alex Heinke, whose life...
Wonder if this is when the New Earth DLC will drop. Spider-nados. Actually, yeah, because what are they? Was it Sharknado? That movie? I haven't watched it, but like, yeah, we could do something like that. Spider-nado.
For us in Byron Bay.
Snake-nado.
Alex, things have also taken a turn for the worse there.
Yeah, they have, Sophie. Just in the last hour or so, the rain is the most consistent we've had it for the last 2 days. The wind has picked up and the surf is just getting really, really wild. I'll step aside and show you. For the last 2 days, myself and my cameraman have been visiting Byron Bay. And usually the hill here, I'm sure a lot of people recognise it, it's usually packed for the last 2 days because they've been watching the surfing spectacular that's been going on. Well, all the surfers are gone and there's only a handful of spectators left because the weather, well, it has store as well. Yep. The rest of them have...
That is the Cyclone. She'll be right, though. What about the Bureau? Where is it at? The bomb. Not B-O-M-B, B-O-M. Not New South Wales. I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so tomorrow it's going to be here, basically. Because I feel like once it gets to this point, like, we're just going to be getting hit. Slammed. Alright. Cool. I think I've got... I was waiting for an update for Godot 4 on this PC. I think it's gone through. It was, yeah, 4.4 stable. Great. I am working on... Fun fact, some spider species use the wind to travel to different places. Well, they're going to be finding some new places this weekend. That's for sure. Okay, so I got to go to... Hang on. E? No. Oh, this is an I. Of course, yes, this is for my name. Yes. You know, sometimes you forget the drive that you need to go to. Development projects, Godot, 2D, 2 worlds, okay. Import. Whilst holding onto their webs, yeah, okay. Most of those guys travel. Spiders, I don't really like. For the most part, the spiders around here are not that harmful. And so, like, it's not a big deal to get one on you, but, like, it's so gross to, like, walk through a spider web. Like, whenever I'm walking Angel in the morning, and you'll, like, go through, like, there's a park down the road from my house, and you're walking
We are going to have
a
poop ton of rain. We have flash flood. Warnings, 1 second, I'll grab the link for you.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Wanted to go biking, but no one else could handle the weather, so I had to cycle alone. Hell yeah. Is the rain too loud? I'm gonna turn the rain down. It sounds loud in my head. Gotta get the balance right. Cool. All right. So I've got to make a character controller in 2D. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. Player. This will be interesting working in 2D. I haven't done it in ages. Okay, so we need a 2D scene. Yeah, we need a character, right? Character body 2D. And a collision shape as usual. It's the same every single time, right? Never changes. Weather flip. Did it go weather? App ate it. Yeah, I don't know about links in the chat. I don't think it's disallowed. It just seems to get auto-modded every time. I actually don't understand it. Did it go weather? App ate it. But it's gonna be pretty hectic this weekend. You might not hear from me. I haven't got a video coming out tomorrow. I just didn't I spent all week just preparing. So it is what it is, I guess. We need a sprite. And I need a character. What do we want, Bill or Frank? I think I like Frank over Bill. No Link, okay. Yeah, I don't think links work. I need to check on that. You know me. I'm never in control of what... I just don't know how to moderate my stream. Okay, first of all, visibility needs to go to... texture, nearest, right? Okay. Animation. How many is across is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 H frames. Numlock on? Yes. And how tall is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13 apparently. Okay. One didn't work. Everyone, I know, panicking me. Oh no, I might lose my mobile game daily reward. Yeah, I mean, I definitely am very concerned because it just means that, because if you've been through
what I'm going to say is from Saturday Wednesday next week is all rain.
Yeah, because you're a little bit inland, right? So you're going to get a tropical low, and those are pretty bad. Most of the time, the Gold Coast just gets tropical lows, and it's just non-stop rain, flooding. And what I was saying before is for me, I've been through an insurance claim for flood-related damages, and it's a nightmare. So the idea of having our house damaged from this is just so bad. It's really frustrating. Where's the idle frame? It starts the climbing frame. It's so random. Sidewalk, run, jump, in the air, taking a hit, dude, punching, uppercut, jab. Okay, there it finally starts the idle. That's so random. 88.
Just turn the rain off and on again. It starts like that. And we don't need more rain.
Yeah, literally. It's, it just feels like it never ends. I'm gonna save this before anything happens. Objects. Player. I just put this the player. I'm gonna rename this as well. Good old Frank, my trusty placeholder character. Okay, so literally the last month.
Last month was 50% rain.
It hasn't rained too much on the coast. It's been pretty good, to be honest. We've had way worse years. Animation player. I've got to set up all the animations. So annoying. I considered copying over my old 2D character controller, but I kind of wanted to start fresh because I've gotten a lot better with state machines and stuff like that, and I kind of want to just, go from the top. Take in only what I need, which means I do have to do the animations myself. So idle starts, I guess, on this frame. How many frames per second? I don't even know how many frames it is. What's the snap on this? Like 0.1. I feel like... Why is that snap turned? Oh, that's cool. That's new in 4.4. You can have like a snapping on and off just there. I like that. Should be on by default. Just an opinion. Yeah, let's go with 0.1. So that was 0.88. And then we want to go to 0.89. And then it will automatically... Okay. That was the last frame. Great. So it should be 0.8 seconds long. I mean, I made this placeholder a really long time ago, but if I was going to do it again, I'd probably do it so like it could be X amount of frames per second, and just make everything 1 second rather than 0.8 frames, 0.8 seconds. It's got a loop. That looks fine. Cheap viewers, get out of here. Delete message. Alright. Next animation. Let's go with run. I don't even know if it's the same amount of frames. I'm assuming it is. We'll go with 0.8. I guess my number pad's not that good. Okay, so run was further back, wasn't it? Get all our fighting animations. Wall sliding, damage, in air, jumping, and this is running here. So that's the first frame, right? 23. Strange noise. Create a reset track. Is it more than that? Oh, okay. That's probably the start of the jump animation. Yeah, I think we're okay. We're all good. This has to loop. What is there? Oh no, I said, oh, play. Where's the loop button? There it is. Looks good to me. Okay, that's run. Let's just get a couple of easy ones going. Jump. I believe it's the very next animation, right? It is. That one. Click, 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 click. I think... that's just in air. In air is kind of weird. I don't know what's going on with this. It goes off to the side there. Is it the land? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Don't know what's going on there. Alright. This. Does it loop? It's a jump. I don't think it does, right? Oh, I remember. I always had this issue with the jumping animations because, like, unless you make it like, you say that your jump is only going to last 0.8 seconds, right? So you just say, like, oh, he can jump for 0.8 seconds. I guess that would work, right? With the way that I do my jumps, that's how I set them up. So that's fine. Just have to remember, it only goes for 0.8 seconds. And then the rest is up to me. Okay, so we got idle, jump, run. We can just build out from there. We'll just do them later, if that makes sense. And then we can just start the state machine. My favorite My favorite thing to code. I've made so many now. I got to be getting good at them. Folder. I can't type. I can't touch type. It's really bothering me. I wish I could. You know what I mean? State machine. Script. State. Okay. I'm just going to copy some of my other code. So I'm kind of lazy like that. From the third person shooter tutorial. Oh, I'm upgrading it to 4.4. Hope it's okay. It's 3D, but like the same principles. It all works the same. Okay, as of 4.4, scenes and resources use UIDs to reference scripts and shaders. Normally this update is applied to a single scene or resource once you save it in Godot 4.4 for the first time. If you have a lot of scenes and or resources, doing this manually may be time consuming. This tool will update all of your project scenes and resources at once. Click Restart and Update to restart the editor and update all of the scenes and resources in this project. Depending on the project size, it may take several minutes. Please note, please make sure your project backed up before running this tool and avoid the possibility of data loss. Additionally, make sure to commit all UID files into version control and do not make them an ignore list. So I guess you should probably click this to restart and upgrade. To be fair, I don't really use path, like, you know, file paths that much. I try not to, but like, I guess, I don't know what happens in the back end, because if you do like an export backpack scene, it's generally what I like to do. And it works pretty well most of the time, and it just allows for a little bit more flexibility. So like, I don't really use paths that much. Obviously there's some times you have to. And I think this is good because like organizing a folder is kind of hard anyway. I'm just going to click that button. I don't actually know how much it's going to change. I can't imagine it's going to take that long for me. Based on what I just told you. Yeah. Seconds. Literally seconds. So this project is pretty much the 3D version of what I'm going to make. It's looking pretty good. Doesn't look that good now. I've got to work on... This is what happens when it re-imports the asset. It's super annoying, actually, because I'm going to have to go through and fix that. Anyway, it's not what we're here for. Let's go and steal the state machine code. Because I can't be bothered writing it twice. That's super annoying. I've done it a kajillion times. State machine is a machine. State machine. Just drop it in. Should be right, mate. Alright. I still can't believe, even though they...
I still can't believe they, even though they know you won't do it.
I don't know what you mean. Okay, we haven't defined state, but that's okay. Got it right here. Let's define state. Am I in Australia? Yes, I am. In southeast Queensland, and getting, you know, just like butterfly kisses from the cyclone right now. Had some really big winds this afternoon, but I think the worst is tomorrow and the next day, which sucks. It's really, it keeps getting pushed out because the cyclone's moving so slowly, so it's really frustrating. I guess is the right word, because you want it to just get over with, but it's so slow. Okay, so that's in. Just want to have a look at this code. See if there's anything. We've got active, set active. So the way that, because of the third person shooter has like a combat state and a non-combat state, I've sort of got the ability within this state machine code to be able to switch states, basically. Switch to a different state machine. Basically, you have a state machine that runs 2 additional state machines. It's complicated. Don't worry. You can get the course on Patreon. Chat out. Or as a YouTube member, to be honest. But yeah, so it looks good to me. Like, honestly, I don't think I know what all this does, so it's not a big deal to me. Ready, create, map, and initialize. I actually don't like this. I don't think this needs to have a ready function. To be honest, like, this is meant to be like a parent state. You instantiate this state on whatever state machine you're going to use. So like at the end of the day, like, should there be a ready? No, I don't think so. I think it should be done in the inheriting state machine that you're making. So I'm going to remove that. I've got to put try in there. I still can't believe they try, even though they know you won't do it. I'm talking about the cheap viewers. I don't even know or deserve. I don't even deserve to be. No, you do deserve to be here, Goosey. I don't know about those cheap viewers. That's just like spamming on Twitch chat. It happens. It's there. You can't avoid it. I imagine it still happens even on like larger streamers. It's just because the chat moves way slower. It's like it's more visible here. Okay, so physics process. Yep, input, state, current state. Happy days, current state, set active, change state. They, not me. Why the hell is speech detect not? It's having a bit of a moment. Maybe it's the cyclone. Blame it on the cyclone. If there's a problem with something right now, it's a cyclone. Something happens at work. Yeah, sorry mate. There's a cyclone going on outside. They're like, you work from a computer. I know. It's just distracting. Okay, cool. States are good. And this is what a state looks like. State input, state update. I think this should be called state update. Like, and this needs to be changed. Current state update. Just makes it clearer what it's doing. Just passes that on, right? Okay. Enter, state enter, maybe? I don't know, whatever. We'll go with that. So we've got the state machine, and then we add this, and it's going to be called the player state machine, as usual. And it extends state machine, and it has its own class name. Player state machine. I don't know about you guys, but ever since Godot 4, basically every single script I make, I give it a class name because it makes it so much easier to reference it via code. Like, anything you do, if you give it a class name and then you're like trying to do a call on it anywhere else in the script, anywhere else in the project, it will know, like, it'll be able to pick up the code, which is really handy. So just a pro tip for you there. Okay, so the player state machine really just needs to, well, like I said, because I removed the ready, so I need to put a ready here. Jesus. So it needs to create a state map, and then it needs to initialize. It wants the start state. There you go. So those two things are what we do, and then the rest is really up to the state machine. Now, from memory, so what I like to do, this is another pro tip, create a new script, and this will just be called like player stats. And so for like movements and stuff like that, if you need to like get access to like different kinds of movements, you have it in a player stats resource, and you stick that on the player state machine, and then you just reference it via code. in the actual states, so that you can get like the run speed and everything from that. It's a lot easier. Well, let's just flicker. Class name. Player stats. Yeah, player movement stats. They're just a little bit clearer. Okay. And so that for us could just be like, well, I'm going to steal it from another project because I can't be bothered typing it out. It's just a little bit too annoying. Movement stats. Yeah, a bit tough. I need to like figure out Windows windowing things so that it always goes to here. I still haven't quite got there yet. That's not what I wanted to open up. I wanted to go here. What the heck? Is that like sound coming from my microphone? No. Okay. It is. Oh my god, no one told me that that was the oh fuck. Do I have like fold back? Hang on a second. Panic stations. I got like wild noise coming through my headphones and I don't know why. And I think it's the mic. Dude. The answer is yeah, I've got like wicked sound. Hang on a second. Just mute. Ooh, oh, yeah, okay, we're back. And hopefully it sounds good. I didn't notice it because of the rain noise. And it was getting louder and louder and I was like, oh, you know, it's kind of a problem. And then I turned the rain noise off and it was still going. And it like, okay, it turns out that it's literally just coming from the microphone. Hang on a second. Yeah, okay, it's all better. Also, the lights are flickering like crazy actually right now. It's hilarious. But we're still live, so that's going for me. Okay, so is any of this not necessary in... Okay, so we need to change to pixels. So what this is like my general movement stats, like boilerplate code that I use for like everything. Aim, jump distance, I don't need that. That's not real here. In-air acceleration. Would they be different? Yes, they would, even in 2D. Sprint duration, yeah, we'll keep that. Why not? Can you even sprint? There isn't a sprint animation, so I don't know. It's just coming from you. Yeah. I checked it before that the mic is fixed. Sprint duration. Minimum sprint threshold. Sprint threshold? Oh, okay, yeah, I know what that is. In-air acceleration, sprint jump distance. The very quiet music confused me. Oh, yeah. Jump height, time to land apex. Okay, get full. I am very silly. No, it's all good. It's, okay. So that's all fine. Get velocity, get jump. This all works. Easy peasy. Got the math in there. So we can save that. Now, these, right, so the jump height needs to be changed to pixels. Now, the character, I believe, is 64 pixels tall. So it should be able to jump like 64 plus 32, I guess. Welcome back, Mario Man. Quick math, 64 plus 32. 96? Oh, I can't even type on this. 64 plus 32. My calculator's not working. 96. Even though, like, I did it in my head, I still have to see it on the thingo. So we'll make that, I believe it has to be -2. Working on that new game feels like a fresh new kind of thing where the code doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah, that's cool. I guess, like, yeah, I am a victim of that. I definitely spend a lot of time trying to make the perfect thing, like the perfect state machine, the perfect character controller, yeah, all that kind of stuff. Jump distance. Okay, how far is 32? I reckon make it like 128 pixels. How many blocks? Because the blocks are 32 pixels. Is that 4? 128. 4 blocks? Okay. That works. Alright. And the time to jump apex needs to be 0.8 seconds, right? We discussed that in advance, so we're gonna make that 0.8 seconds. Sprint jump distance. Okay, let's just add 32. 128 plus 32. What's that? Bad Cop, welcome to the stream. How's it going? 128 plus 32. 128 plus 32. 160. Let's just make it that. My number pad doesn't work. For some reason. Or another. Don't know why. Wireless A. Acceleration 100. I think these numbers will end up being a problem as well, but we'll see. Okay, cool. I think those base stats look good. And now if I create a new resource, is your stream running from Godot or is this just an overlay? Hey, it's just an overlay. So I can turn that off. Wait, that's not that one? Which one is it? Layout 2? There it is. Hey, Chef in the chat. Welcome, welcome. Malut. Hey, welcome, Malut. I'm working on something for you. Not the thing, but just the character controller, if that makes sense. It looks convincing. Yeah, I did a lot of time making the making all the pixels line up. But like really it's just held up by this. The fact that I pull this into like the perfect spot. And then it just looks pretty seamless after that. There are add-ons you can get. So like you can get who does it? There's another streamer. I forget her name. She made like an add-on within Godot. So if you were working on Godot, you could have your chat just like show up as an extra panel, like down here somewhere, which is pretty cool. But I'm lazy and I just set it up mostly because I want to have YouTube in here as well. So like there is YouTube chat flying through, which is good. I like having both, especially because you guys can see each other, what you say on screen. Okay, so state machine. OBS, replacing OBS with Godot. That's actually pretty interesting. I mean, in theory, it's possible, right? Godot is very powerful. Okay, so state machine. Oh, I was making player stats, right? So we go we need a resource. Hey, no worries, man. We will get this player character up and working, and then probably not on stream, I'll work on the other side of things. Resource. We need, what is it called? It is called player stats. I forgot the name already. Player stats? Movement stats? What's going on? Movement stats. There it is. This player needs to fix his posture. Oh, yeah, he's in a run forward position. He does look pretty bad like that though. That's how I look when I'm standing normally. Player stats. But for my phones are on charge right now.
My phones are on charge right now. So I am happy. Until my power just has to go out between Saturday and Wednesday. My wanting to be a furry meow. You're the only people that know.
What? Okay, but for my, let me read this for a second. But for my phone, on charge right now, yeah, because you got to make sure you got power. You need to have your phones charged because we're all in a cyclone. Okay, not everyone in the chat is in a cyclone, but some of us are. And it has to go out between. So your power has to go out between Saturday and Wednesday. My wanting to be a furry. You're the only people. Well, I mean, it's okay if you want to do that. It low-key looks kind of fun. I'm just saying. It looks like they have a lot of fun at those meetings. But, yeah. There's the idle posture. Okay, player stats. We've got the player stats here. Great. Looking good. And so now, when we create the states, we can reference those. Okay, we need a node. Idle. Run. Jump. Speech to text has a full-on stroke.
Had a full-on stroke, except for the other bit at the end.
Yeah, it's not doing too good tonight. I told you, man, it's the cyclone. It's stuffing everything up. And we're gonna make a script. State machine. States. Okay. Open. Create. Extends. Well, it's gonna extend something else. It's really raining outside. States run. Also, I might lose power at any moment. I was joking before, but it's been flickering. So we'll see. State machines, state jump. Okay. Create new script. This one, I'll make sure to reference the right thing. It's going to be called motion. Probably should put TTS fast. You don't keep accidentally reading it. Yeah, I need to like change that, right? Because there's a delay and I never know what's actually TTS and what's not. Motion create. Okay. All right. Class name motion. Okay, so motion is the most important state. It is essentially the parent state that will run most of these, because when you're in motion, you want to be calling basically the same things. Like even though you're in idle, run and jump, you're always going to be calling move and slide, for example. You're always going to be needing to know like what gravity is and all that kind of stuff. My CTR test was disabled for a second. What are you writing in chat? Character model. Okay. Motion. A speech to text. Okay, so we want to get a reference to the player stats here. Ooh, is it going to be UID if I do that? I don't know. Did that? I thought it would be like numbers and stuff. Well. Okay. Let's pull this out. This is going to be a big script. My speech to text was disabled for a second. That makes sense. Okay. I am going to be copying over a bunch of stuff. Speed, sprint speed, aim speed, jump velocity. We don't need aim speed. Jump velocity, jump gravity, fall gravity. Yep, all of those we do want. Static variables here. These all are important to us. Input direction. The direction is going to be a vector 2 because we're in 2D now. And the velocity is also going to be a vector 2, right? There's no third. So that's all vector 2. I want to enter animation. Animation change requested. Direction updated. Right, because I have a script that controls the animations. Do I do that here, do you reckon? Or do you reckon I just call the animation directly in the code? Because it's sort of, I really like having a separate script that controls the animations. I feel like that's definitely a lot neater because you can also separate it out and your state machine can still operate without the animation player, which is probably a lot better. So I think I might keep doing that. Animation change request, direction updated. I don't know if I need that signal, and velocity updated. Definitely need that signal. Do constants go at the top or the bottom? Add their Twitch design. Still in my chat /your. I had to look up the reference guide for code. Oh, look at that big boy. Has it changed? They never do updates overnight. Yeah, what's the time? I'm kind of sleepy. It's 8 PM. Okay, so I need to go to Godot. Maybe we'll just go like a Godot style guide. I'm really trying to get good at knowing the style guide. Like I need to be perfect because people get so cranky. Signal, state changed, export variable, hierarchical, initial, delegates method known. Here's a complete class as an example. You don't enter tree ready, unable input, yeah. 7:54 PM. What did I say? I can't even remember. Code order, there it is. Class name extends signals, enums, constants. Okay, so signals go above constants. So that's correct there. I said 8 PM? Oh, I was rounding up. Surely that's like good enough, right? Like you can't be mad at me for that. And I'm the accountant. Okay. There's a way to just do this one time, right? It's new in Godot 4.4 because it's saying like unused signal. Godot 4.4 warning ignore. Might as well move this over so you guys can see it. What I'm reading, warn ignore. Warning ignore unused variable, yep. Okay, to ignore multiple warnings in a region with a file, use the warning ignore start and warning ignore restore. You can omit warning ignore restore if you want to ignore the specified warnings until the end of the file. Yeah, I mean, because it is a parent script, I don't even know if that's the right word. I don't actually ever want warnings to be put here. Like, I just don't want them because it's not ever going to be used directly in this script. So warning unused. Is it warning ignore start? Warning ignore start. Okay. Like this. There it goes. Okay, cool. Great. Much neater. I can't even use my phone for speech to text. Twitch keeps dying on it within 10 seconds, so no proper speech to it to text. That's all right. I'll have to just decode what you write out. Okay. Alrighty. So we've got the velocity updated, direction updated. I don't know if that's necessary. Actually, to be honest, we do need to know. Okay, so like, let me think for a second. We are going to need to know when to flip the sprite, right? So direction updated would be important for that. But we could, like, because it is 2D, you can sort of just get that from the velocity. Like, it's a little bit different from 3D. Like in 3D, because your velocity and your direction like don't always work together, especially when it comes to like setting the direction of a 3D model. It's easier just to know the direction updated was just like a simple vector 3. Actually, it was a vector 2 based on the keyboard inputs, and you could just rotate the character based on that. A lot easier. But because it's 2D, we can determine the facing of the sprite from the velocity, most likely. The direction could still be important. I can't see why you can't just emit both in the same signal, because chances are if you have velocity, you have a direction unless you're falling. And that's okay too, because it's still just going to be vector 2.0. So you're still going to be able to know to do something with that if you want the animation to do something with that. So do I have separate signals, or do I have them as just signals, like a single signal? I think probably we just do it as a single signal. That's a tough one. And remove that. So we just got velocity and direction. Then 9 times out of 10 they're going to be the same, but there's a possibility they could be different. And we don't. Yeah, this will work. I like this. Okay, so we need to actually implement the velocity, movement, and all kind of stuff. So where's my other project that I'm taking this from, the 3D one? Okay, first of all, we have to player movement stats everything, which is super annoying, but it is necessary, because otherwise how are we going to know what all our like stats are? Like our speed. Player movement stats not declared. Place it with player stats. There we go. Aim speed not declared in the current scope. That's okay. Good. Like how long these are, they like have to. So that's how they get set. It's a bit messy, but it works, and we don't have to do that for every single state. We can just have that there. Should have like a space between each one. A bit easier to read. Okay, nice. I know, I'm assuming this is all. If I zoom out, yeah, they're one line. They just get concatenated. This, yes, we do want this. The enter animation. So basically, anytime we enter into a new state, we want to update the animation. On enter animation not declared in the current scope. If on enter, is that in the state? It's not. Whoa, snoring. she's going off. Oh, there it is there. I forgot. Is that right? Where's my style guide? Style guide. Static variables, export variables. Oh, static variables go before export variables. Yoink. Okay. Looking good. Okay. Alright. Putting together a state machine can be really tedious, but at the end of the day, it does make things way easier to control your character and get the right kind of input that you want, or get the right kind of response from the input you're making. Okay, so this needs to change because it's 3D. The input's fine. I do need to set those inputs up, so let's just go to the project. So we'll go to the input map and we'll show built-ins, and we'll just add left, right, up, down. And we'll set those. Should make them WASD. TTS is a little bit shit.
TTS, it is a little bit quiet dot in here, so let's have a little bit of TTS. Sweet Caroline, bonk bonk bonk, good times never seemed so good.
Hell yeah. I love that song. Left. I'm a little bit all over the place. Wait. Right is D, left is A. I know my left from right, so I had to like literally do the whole like left hand, right hand thing on my keyboard to figure out what I was doing there. Left A. W for up. S for down. Okay. I put quiet. Why did I put them? Is it a little bit like, is it the little asterisks you put in? A, D, W, W, S, D. Oh my god. Left, right, up, down. A, D, W, S. Who says that? What is wrong with you? That's like demonic. Okay. Okay, so this worked. Now the direction. That was tough, actually. Left, right, up, down. I guess I did put them in that put them in that order. So that's what I get. It's my own. Put them in thinking swear words such as. It'd be cool if it made like a beeping noise. Maybe you just have to write bleep instead for it to like audio to make sense from an audio perspective. Like whatever you're saying, like TTS is bleep, and then it'll read it properly. You have to think in TTS. That's the trick. Okay, so input is fine. We're going to get a vector from that, which will be a vector 2. And then I'm going owner. The direction is, see all of this stuff, it doesn't matter because it is just like a 2D object. So this is way less important. However, I am not super familiar in how they do it these days. So I'm going to add a script to the player. Create the player script. Just see what that's like. Where'd it go? Oh, I didn't do a... What the heck? What? Delete. Player. Template. Oh, it's off by default now. That's interesting. Is it really bad? Okay. It's raining really badly. I wonder if there's anything visible on the cameras outside. I have to like vet them first to make sure that they're not like, you know, showing too much. Aha, nice, you can test them out. Very typical. What? Recent? What the actual fuck? Don't mind me, I'm just seeing what's going. Shit. I think I got that in time. Just like dox myself. There's nothing really that interesting happening out there. Which one is like the most interesting? Why are you swearing at us?
Why are you swearing at us? What do we do? Why did you say beep?
Zoom. I don't know. How do I get like a single picture? I don't know how to use the app because I just use the mobile phone all the time. Switch scale. Full screen? That is not what I wanted. One. There we go. I left my shoes outside. That's bad. I'm going to lose them to the wind. I think I can show this though. This is my front yard. Let's see. You can't see much. It's just what it looks like here. Those are my poor little shoes. Well, thongs as they say. Just, they're gonna get blown away in the wind. Go save your shoes. Yeah. I got sandbags as well. Look at that. Sandbags at the side door. It always used to flood here. So the last time we had issues with raining, obviously we haven't had a cyclone on the Gold Coast in 50 years, but we did have, like, we always have bad weather this time of year. Never this bad. And it is like this area here because the drainage was never that good. And yeah. We sandbagged it up, even though we've done tons of work because obviously we had to do like we had to do a bunch of drainage to like get approved for the insurance. So it was like, it should be fine, but we sandbagged anyway because you want to be safe. I'll ask Martina. I'll ask my wife to save my shoes. Can you save my thongs? My flip-flops. Okay. Can we see your lawn or stuff in your living room or whatever you said? See all your lawn stuff in your living room? Yeah, I can take a photo of that. It's pretty funny. I've got like basically everything from the outside on the inside. I didn't do it. My wife did because I was working. But yeah, because I don't have a garage. Really annoying. Is what it is. Okay, so where were we? We were looking at this. So up is negative, that's right. Physics process. So the direction is just the And we just multiply that by speed. So obviously 2D is a lot more simple. And I don't need any of this, by the way. Just commented it all out. And this too. Get rid of it. Okay. So for motion, then the input, we just need to copy this, like that code pretty much exactly. It's really like a 1-for-1. We just recreate that because we're trying to so do we, which one's static var and direction? You really just need the one. The input direction is the only thing that matters. Your facing always matches the input direction. Do you want to be so chaotic if you do a whole day with TTS at one point? Yeah, I guess. It's so reduced now. Everyone can use it, right? Like it's only like 100 channel points. Surely, like everyone's got enough channel points. I don't know. I don't know how it works. Alrighty. Anyway, let's move on. So input direction, set direction is just input direction. The actual facing of the character doesn't read. You've seen the delay between mine and I have 2 accounts on your stream doing 2 points. I didn't even realize that. Oh my god. That's a fair point. So can I make it even cheaper? I don't really care at this point. Just go crazy. Streamer service, viewer rewards, power ups and channel points. Highlight my message. TTS is 100. Just make it like. Alright, so it's like viewers earn 220 points per hour on average. So if I make it 50 points, then you should be able to do one every like 50 minutes, 5 minutes, or no, every 220 points per hour. So that would be 15 minutes. So I don't know, make it 10. Just make it free. I have reduced the price. I don't mind at all. Okay, set direction. Now we need to set velocity. That is also really simple in 2D. So hooray for that. I need to just reference this. I do it just to calculate velocity.
Yippee. I'm probably gonna be the only one doing TTS, but anyway.
It's true. But at least anyone can pretty much do it now. You can have trolls in the chat. Like you just come into the chat and as long as you're following, right? I don't actually know how to start. I'm assuming you have to follow the creator to get to do TTS. Calculate velocity. It's really just X because we're on a 2D plane, right? Give me a second. Video projects, no. Development projects, Godot. The old 2D character controller. Open that up. It's raining. It is raining, boys. Oh, the buzzing is coming back. I wonder if I've got a problem with the microphone.
TTS no following gives you 300 points, but you can just wait X amount of time without being followed and get 10 points.
Ah, okay. Following gives you 300 points. Wow, okay. You could just, like, make a TTS straight away then. That's cool. I'm down for that. Okay, so that should be open. Play character 2D. I forget how to do velocity in 2D. Dude, how embarrassing is that? On ground? Motion? Move. Oh, it's literally just that. Okay. Wow, that's so old-fashioned. Number 1, velocity. Plus 50 participate in a raid. 300 monthly first year. Grow a channel, watch streak, 450. Oh wow, that's cool. I have got, I want to say like, because I don't ever use my channel points, but I think in Hassan's channel, Hassanabi, I have like over 50,000 channel points. It's really big every time I see it, but I never use it for anything. I wonder if I can check. How many channel points I've got. Doesn't say.
Why not?
Why not? Anyway. Okay, velocity. What's it called in this? It is called just velocity. Velocity X, direction times speed, acceleration is acceleration, player movement stats, acceleration, I believe. Times delta.
Just cause a little bit of chaos with. It would be fun.
Exactly. Velocity updated dot emit, and you want to emit the velocity and the input direction. And so that will be how we calculate velocity. Super easy and straightforward. There would be unused, so we've got direction, we've got acceleration. Oh, that just comes through the calculate velocity. So I could just pass that in. I guess it makes sense depending on if you're sprinting or if you're... Wow, it's really raining outside. Sorry. Ooh. It's getting crazy out there, guys. You can see in the... all the rain hitting the camera. It's also hitting the window there. It looks way worse on the front, but I can't show you guys that for obvious reasons. Because then you'd be able to see my street. Oh goodness. I'm in trouble. Very tasty rain, let me...
Very tasty rain. Let me eat it.
Yeah, there is a delay on that, isn't there? I wonder if you can fix it. Damn. Okay, calculate velocity, input direction. I'm gonna start saving my work because I feel like something's gonna go wrong pretty soon. If you lose me, you'll know what happened. At least it's just rain. I'm actually more worried about wind, to be honest. Calculate velocity, we need gravity. If if not owner is in floor gravity plus delta. Okay, that works as a script. But I don't like the name of that. Script editor. Player, third person controller. Yes. Calculate velocity, calculate gravity. It's the exact same. Jump gravity, fall gravity.
TTS, it's probably just because it goes to a server, downloads an MP3 of my message such as this one, then plays it over the stream. That's why there is a delay. And did I tell you about what my friend did? Well, who used to be my friend?
He used to be a friend. That's no good. Calculate velocity. Okay, if y is greater than 0, then jump gravity. It's gonna have to be the other way around, right? Because in 2D, negative y is up. So if velocity dot y is greater than 0, then you're falling. Right? That's right. Or am I crazy? So it's plus equals instead of minus equals.
Whys have I told you or no?
Why is have I told you or not? I don't know, man. Jump gravity multiplied by delta. Okay, so we're subtracting jump gravity. Is jump gravity going to be like a negative number? I feel like the guy is just going to fly off the screen. But I guess we'll find out, you know? I'll just have to flip that if it's wrong. I think that's the way. I think this needs to be flipped though. And then these might just make... Yeah, I think this is just around the wrong way, but I'm about to find out in a second because that's most of the boilerplate, as they say. Okay. Nice. So now I just need to do like idle and stuff like that. So it's really just going to be input and then the update. So I'm just checking my reference. Because it extends motion, I don't really need to call the enter because in motion, we've got an enter so that we're already requesting the animation. Sheezy, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. We are panicking because it's raining a lot. But we are maintaining our composure. Okay. So I don't need to call that. So it's really just the input and the update. So this doesn't need to have like a thing. So we just go like input, state input, it's called, right? State input. And it takes an event, which is an input event. And we're really just listening for jumping, right? Which doesn't exist yet. So if event dot is action pressed, and then it's just jump, which doesn't exist, but we'll check for it. Then we want to, oh, that's not right. Do finished dot emit, and we'll go to the jump state, which will need to be capitalized, right? So that's for that, and that's literally it, because if it's idle, that's the only thing you need to listen for in the input. And then there's the state update, which gives a delta. Like, oh my god, it's raining. It's raining so much. It's like just blurs on the screen. I mean, I guess it could pass for like what's it called? Bugs or something like that, but It is not. Anyway. So hear me out with this. I can't really show you guys, but in an effort to protect my front door, which is like all made of glass, I parked my car directly in front of it. So that like if anything comes flying around off the street, it'll hit my car instead of the door. We'll see. Might not work. Hopefully nothing hits it. State input. Returns void. Okay, so what do we need to do for idle? Actually not that much, right? We just need to listen for more input. So every tick, I mean, realistically, we could do that in the state input. So if there is direction, right? But the function is called set direction, right? And that updates the direction. FNF cameras, watch out for Freddy. Yeah, they're not the best quality security cameras, but they are security cameras at the end of the day. I installed them myself, so.
TTS, we have been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Oh no, not my car's extended warranty. Can I make a claim? Because like there's some shit wrong with my car. I have a Volkswagen, and I don't know if you know Volkswagens, but those cars, they just ain't what they used to be, if you know what I'm saying. They break a lot. And so I kind of could use an extended warranty, to be honest. Because like, you know, like the knob for the mirrors doesn't work. The center console touchscreen does not work. What else? There's so many things that don't work in that car that I could get fixed, but I can't be bothered. Okay, so, and then we're just like calculating velocity. Do we even need to calculate? Yes, we do need to calculate velocity because we want the character to come to a rest from being in like the movement state. We calculate velocity, and it's going to take a speed. So that'll just be speed, obviously. Direction will be input there because it's 2D. Acceleration, which is player input stats dot acceleration.
Based off Discord, I haven't, but basically, he has told a freak kind of my secrets, such as I still use a pacifier / dummy for O, which I've already told you all. He has also said to me, and my friend's death threats, stolen the school staff laptop, and more. So it makes sense why he's not my friend anymore.
He has told a freak kind of my secrets. Okay, this is about your friend. I still use, which I've already told you. He's also said to me and my friends. So he's said death threats to you. Well, that's a good reason not to be friends with somebody. And he stole the staff laptop. That's actually pretty hilarious. Did he get away with it? Because that's like really... Like, if you can get away with stealing the staff laptop, I actually think that's awesome. But you shouldn't steal. Okay. So... we're calculating the velocity, player movement stats acceleration, and it wants one more thing. It just wants delta. That's fine. We just pass it on. There you go. Okay. And that's literally it. So then we can say if input dir is not equal to vector 2.0, then we can finish dot emit and we go to run. Basically. And what's it? Invalid argument calculated velocity. Function 2 should be a vector 2, but is a vector... Fixed. And then the only thing we care about is if we're not on the floor, right? Then we need a fall. Finish.emit. Fall. Okay. All right. So that's idle state done. And then we'll try to create the run state. He definitely
did not. I reported it instantly.
Oh,
because
you're
he
such a
gave me the
rat.
drive still had the
No,
school
I'm
loss
kidding.
on it. And I gave it to the IT person, which I'm not saying name of. Because he thinks I'm still his friend, which I've said most of times. I am
that's
not, and
hard.
he still thinks I am.
Yeah, that's tough when there's a kid like that in school and you did the right thing. But when they're like involving you in their misdeeds, I have to confess I was not the most well-behaved kid, but I'm pretty good at getting away with things, so I didn't get caught much. Never did anything like that though. That's actually kind of crazy. See, the thing is, if you're gonna do something like that, the trick is not to tell anybody. Because if you tell, especially like, sorry, my brain is just thinking about this. Like, if you say, like, he told you, right? Like, you're complicit in the action now. So, like, if someone finds out and they found out that you knew, then you'll get in trouble too, which is not fair on you. So, you can't really involve people like that. It's really uncool. Calculate velocity. If not, is on floor. Finished. Emit. I think we're good here. So let's look at run. The code is going to be very similar. So idle. Gimme. Extends motion. Okay, so we're still listening for if the state input is pressed for jump, obviously. And set direction. Okay, so this is the difference, right? If it's equal to 0, we go back to idle. Other than that, they're identical, right? Because in the idle state, there is no input. So, like, you go to 0. But it's still necessary to have essentially the same code, which is kind of funny, except for the difference here. I suppose technically you could say that you can't jump when you have flexibility. All right, well that was easy, so we might as well just go to jump and code that. Where'd it go? Script editor. Extends motion.
TTS, I'm happy because the IT person said, I'm not in trouble at all. And he returned to the laptop. And the funny thing is, it was a special ed aid teacher. And we are both in a special ed block, and he even said to me yesterday, you better watch your back. Because you reported me or some poop, at least I have friends that will protect me.
Dude, this person does not sound very nice. We're both in special ed block, and you said to me yesterday. Yeah, I mean, kids be like that, you know? I'm not the best at giving advice for this kind of stuff. But yeah, that's tough. At least you were able to square things up with the teacher. It's tough. No, this doesn't need a class name. State input, state input. Okay. Now, we're in jump, so obviously we don't need to listen for that. In fact, I don't even think we need this, but I'll have it there anyway. Put a comma here. Set direction, calculate velocity. Obviously, we do need to call enter, right? Because we are going to add some velocity. So func underscore enter. I can type. And void. Pass there for a second. And then we have to go super dot return. Return super? Return dot super? I forget how to do this every single time. Fuck. Go here, go to player, jump. Return super enter. And we just need to create a function called jump. Type in jump first. It's probably the best way to do it. Doesn't take anything.
TTS. The funniest thing a part of us is. I do work experience with the IT person. And I am counted as IT assistant. So he gave the drive to factory reset to an IT assistant. Like I'm not going to report it.
Right, he gave it to you. Yeah. You gotta protect your job, man. That's the main thing. My friend's lost power. I'm still going. Twitch. .tv / chef games. Yeah, I don't even know how it works. Is that what the link looks like? I don't actually know. It's just like promote myself. Yeah, it is. That's correct. Just promote myself to my friend group. Is that the title of the chat is right? Is correct, right? Go to the power ups. No stream. What? Management? What is the thing that you're supposed to do? Stream manager. There it is. So what's the name of it? Oh, I'm in a Cyclone streaming until I lose power. Literally. That's so funny. Okay, so we're so close to getting this working. We just have to do jump. But I forget because we're working in 2D. So the jump velocity is just like negative instead of positive, and we just set it to be whatever. It's not a complicated piece of script, right? It's velocity y dot jump.
Your power is going to go out in 3, 2, 1 not.
I'm still here. Okay, so jump. Jump. How do we jump? Velocity y equals negative minus equals no, it's just equals negative. I actually think it's already a negative number. So player movement stats jump velocity. Get jump velocity. I mean, I could do that. And it wants the gravity. No, that doesn't make sense. There's an inbuilt, right? I set this up already. Jump gravity. There it is. Equals jump gravity. No, I'm assuming that's a negative. I could be wrong. About to find out. Because I think I've done everything that needs to be done to run this. Except for the fact that I don't think the animations are not set up yet. So I guess I should do that first, right? Because this guy is not... I mean, in theory, it should just work. Okay, there's actually one other thing I haven't done, and I haven't linked it to the character body. So I have to actually do that because otherwise none of this will work. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't. So set velocity from motion. I believe what I can do is I can get access to the character here. I think this is what I do here. So the weapon manager start state unarmed. Go to this. State machine non-combat. unarmed state machine, play movement state, animation controller. So I can do an export variable here for the player. Character, I call it character body. And it's a character body. And then that way I can set it to this. And then what I do is I can link that to the combat state machine, unarmed state machine, state machine. Okay, so here we go. So what we can do, I know what I'm doing. So we do that, and we can say then for child in. Sorry, I'm copying a code from for child in get children, because it's like the state machine, get children. Then we can say that child dot, and we can actually type this, right? So we can just say that this is motion. And then that way when we go here, we can say child dot animation change requested dot connect character body. It wants a callable, right? But it's character. Okay, so we need to create that. So create the function state velocity. I guess it should be named properly on state velocity updated, and it receives the velocity as the vector 2, and it receives the direction as a vector 2, and it returns void. And for now we just want to go velocity equals vel. So now we can come back to this and we can go on character body, right? And so now we connected that signal that will be called every time we're calling the state update, right? Calculate velocity. We're emitting that velocity updated signal. And so that's what we've done here. Animation change request, that's not the right function. Velocity updated. Worry about animation change request in a second. So that should be everything. Because we're calling move and slide here, we can delete the rest of this. Put an underscore on this. Okay.
TTS of third lesson Tuesday, second lesson Wednesday, Thursday, first lesson and Friday. First with the IT person, I'm happy I have slightly more power than the principal IT-wise, and there's googly eyes on the main server running the whole school that I put on there, with permission from the IT person. Every time I think about it, it makes me happy.
That's good. Googly eyes are the best. They always make things better. State machine player. Wow, he's smaller than I thought. Oh, he doesn't have a camera. Add a camera. That works. What is this gonna look like? Crash. Nice. I've been just like not running this and just coding for so long. Okay. This out. What does it say? Invalid access to property or key set velocity from motion on base object of type character body 2D. I never set the character in the state machine. Did I? No, I did. Wait, what? Invalid access to property or key set velocity from motion on base object type. Set velocity from what? Run that again. Velocity updated.connect owner.set velocity from motion. Okay.
Yes, r/googly eyes.
Okay, we're non-existent function base enter in nil. Current start state idle. I should probably add some protection for that. Invalid access key fall. Oh, there is no fall. Huh. Interesting. I gotta add a fall state. Pretty silly of me. It inherits motion. Okay. What do? You just fall. Gravity. So in the funk. Sorry, you guys can't see this. Update. Hope all is fine. Yeah, we are. Thanks for asking. We are doing okay. It was raining really hard before, but it's calmed down now. I can't hear it, so it must be way less. Before I could hear it smashing against the window beside me. Technically, according to like the safety guidelines, I shouldn't even be sitting here because there's a big window to my left that things could fly through. But I think it'll be okay because the cyclone's not even here yet. It's like still offshore. So, you know, we could be worse off. I think tomorrow it'll actually be way more scary. It's still raining, for sure. I can tell from the cameras. I can show you guys. I have no issues. I won't show you anything. I'm probably still doxing myself somehow. But yeah, you can see that it's... Yeah, there it goes.
I'm trying to get at least one set of googly eyes in every building. So far I have at least more than 12 in E-block special ed block.
Nice.
1 set. In the library 3 sets in a block. And I think the cooking room maybe and some on the side of C block. They are everywhere, and you cannot stop me.
I definitely can't stop you. Oh goodness, yeah, the wind's picked up again. It's gonna be tough sleeping tonight. Yeah, you gotta get the googly eyes on everything. I just read we should fix the door of the electrical box with some rope. Apparently there should be a little hole at the bottom to keep tied through. Okay, yeah, well that makes sense.
But I ate the cycling for you.
You ate the cyclone for me? Thank you. I appreciate it. Maybe if it calms down we can try. Yeah, cool. Gravity? Gravity? We're just gonna do gravity, right? What's the function called? Calculate gravity? Calculate gravity. Let's just do that for now. That's actually like horrible for the falling. It's gonna feel really bad because you're not gonna be able to control the character. Fall exists. Oh, what do you do once you get out of fall? You have to say like if is on floor, then finished dot emit idle. That works. Select current. We're almost at a state that it runs. Holy shit. I've never written so much code before actually trying to run something. Invalid access to property key fall on base object type dictionary. Current state. Change state. State map fall. Okay, I know what I've done wrong here. In the idle, I've probably written fall with a lowercase, and I have. It cannot. It needs to be uppercase. And I've done it wrong pretty much everywhere. They have to be capital because they have to match the node. Okay, that's fine. For you guys can't see, but I don't. It is what it is. Idle fall. Sounds like Christmas music. Okay. Okay. So, well, the game runs, which is positive. That is definitely good, but we are not moving, which is definitely not good. Because we are definitely still in the current state of full state input. Input map action jump does not exist. Okay, well, let's create that. Spacebar. Alright, so let's put our character a little bit further up, just to see if gravity is working and everything. No, okay. Where would that be? If not owner dot is on floor, if velocity is greater than 0, jump gravity, fall gravity. What about, like, what is the jump gravity? Negative 1200? That's actually crazy. Well, there is no velocity y, right? Oh, velocity y is? Wait a second.
TTS will be putting googly eyes everywhere. I forgot I also have googly eyes on the phone in M block, but the buildings I have to do are K, L, H, block. K block is science lab. L block is music, which I'm never going to do. And H block is the old hall, which we go every second week on Mondays. So I could do that. So I'm so close, but so far.
Dude, you can do this. Like, you just need to go. Like, you'd be surprised, like, if you just walk in places, no one says anything. You just go there. Go to the music block. No one's gonna stop you. You can do it. Believe in yourself. You're surprised how far you can get if you just, like, move confidently. I know why it's not moving. Calculate gravity. I need to also call calculate velocity. Do I need to call calculate velocity? I suppose I do. Okay, state, get input. Is that not a function? What is it called? Set direction. Oh my god. Okay. Calculate velocity. Speed. Input direction. Right. Acceleration. Player movement. Stats. Dot. In air acceleration. And then delta. Right. Okay. Now the character should fall. Yep. Okay, great. Acceleration's way too low, and jumping does not do anything. I'm assuming it's just around the wrong way. Gravity's the right way around. But the funniest sort of googly eyes that I didn't do was one of my friends put in a block teacher bathroom, somehow behind the toilet apparently. I have checked, but imagine seeing googly eyes behind the toilet. In a teacher's bathroom, I think that would be pretty funny.
But the funniest sort of googly eyes that I didn't do was one of my friends put it in a block teacher bathroom, somehow behind the toilet apparently. I have been checked, but imagine seeing glowing googly eyes behind the toilet.
That would be pretty funny. I don't know why it was so slow. Oh, so Mario Man, I just saw your chat. Unblocked message? Okay, why would that be blocked? Maybe because it's like replying to everyone? Okay, so Mario Man says making a phone involves a phone. You can call any number. I'm adding some Easter eggs.
It is called a block.
It is called A block. That is pretty funny, actually. A block. Yeah, they name stuff like that sometimes without thinking about it. Doing multiple. Okay, so yes, I am 100% down to do like calls. Saying something that would be funny, calling a stranger. Feel free to DM me with it, and if you want to be credited. What kind of call do you want? Do you want me to like? What's the subject matter? Prototype community. That sounds like fun, man. I'm down. Alright. Jump was no good. So I'm assuming... Where is it? There. I'm assuming that jump gravity needs to be flipped. It needs to be negative jump gravity. Damn, it is windy outside. Ooh. Ooh, I heard something. I heard something. What was it? Man, this sucks. Okay. Let's run this again. Did I set the input for jump?
Me honk honk.
I did. Okay, so idle. Jump space. Finish to jump. So we are going to jump. I'm assuming we are getting to the state. Okay, I forgot to actually call the function. Jump. I'm an idiot. Still doesn't work. Okay, so jump, state input, pass, set direction, jump. I guess that has to be this way. Jump gravity. That needs to be jump velocity. There we go. Okay, now we can work on the animations.
Will it well LTNYWORK will tiny work? Will TIN gamma WORK? Meow.
So just spell it out, I guess. Okay. Alright, so acceleration is way too slow, and okay, cool. I think we're in a good state. I'm jumping high, way higher than I expected, and also the resolution's really high. This is like pixel art, so it really shouldn't be this high of a resolution, but I don't know what it should be because I am a dum-dum and I don't actually know.
Why does THSTNYERNEWORK but not the OTHERS?
Okay. Why does this tiny one work but not the others? It just spells it out. Window? 480 by 270. We'll go with that. Okay. Windowed, centered, resizable, borderless. Mode, disabled, keep fractional. I think I have to change this to viewport, right? Okay, run. Nah, that don't look right. Keep the aspect ratio of the embedded game. Embedded game stretches to fit the game workspace. Okay. Isn't it 640 by 360? Technically it can be anything, but we can make it that. 640 by 360. Fractional integer? Keep? I don't...
SINCEW as that Ernie. It is this Ernie.
What's this? Embedded game size based on the project settings. Keep aspect mode. Yeah, I know, but I think it'd be easy to scale instead. That's a good point. I don't know too much about 2D, so I'll defer to you on that. How are we feeling about 4.4? I think it's pretty nice. I'm just now getting to experience... What happens if I switch to 3D? Nothing. I'm getting to experience the inbuilt player, and I'm sort of trying to figure out... Like, I kind of know what to expect when I... Okay. When I run it like this. But this should be... Oh, you know what? It's like, you know, you normally get to set a initial screen size. Initial screen 0, that's fine. Initial position, borderless. You know, you used to be able to set like a window size. So it'd be like 640 by 360, but then you'd be able to make it 720p so that you could actually like see what you were playing. I still can't believe you like that jiggle physics.
I still can't believe you like that jiggle physics. How dare you meow get out of my swamp.
Listen, I'm going to be in the swamp because the swamp is where the views are at. I like the way it jiggles, right? Absolute center of primary screen initial position. Main window initial position. Oh, I don't have advanced settings turned on. Window width, there it is. 1280 by 720. My keyboard doesn't work. Okay. Sometimes you just forget to turn that on, and now I can actually see what the heck's going on, which is much better.
You have been clipped about the jiggle.
Well, I mean, I can't lie. What can I say? I can only tell the truth. Well, okay, I'm going crazy here. What's going on with this? Anyway. Okay, so we've got functional movement. Let's work on animation. The plants in my game have jiggle physics. Nice. Yeah, right. That makes sense. Dude, it makes so much sense because like, you know, like if your character walks past like a plant and you want it to like move around, like literally that node is just like instantly solves any of your problems. You don't have to worry about it. And you just like set it up to make it a bit stiffer or something like that. The best. So easy. It does not need to be so complicated. Right? Ooh.
No jiggly jiggly you.
I'm looking on the thing to see that power go out. It went out. It did. Damn, that's crazy. Oh, it's sketchy, man. Has the stream dropped? We're still streaming. Dude. We might lose it. Okay, so we are printing stuff and I don't like that. Where are we printing? Print velocity here, calculate gravity. Okay. Alright, animations. Let's work on the animations. Now, in 3D, I normally have like a separate controller. And that's mostly because 3D is more complicated. So I think like the kinematic body can control the animations. I think that's fine. I have faith that the power is going to resist until the end of the stream. Yeah.
No. You're still here. You have to stay here. You could stay here. It won't go off. I trust the weather.
Trust the weather. Trust the system. Oh my god. That one was sketch. It's still flickering. Any second now, guys. Okay. Animations. So, the signal is called... go back to motion. Pop this out because I can't see anything. Man. Okay. Animation change request. And it's called it enter. So we emit that function here. Let's all trust the weather. Trust the weather. Dude, I haven't even looked at the radar. Is it just gonna keep going all night? I should probably focus on my Oh, we're in. It's about to happen. We are around here, okay? And this thing is just coming straight for us. Good lord. It's only blue though. It's not red. If it was red, I'd be more worried. If you control scroll, pretty cool. Yeah, you can change it. I like to keep it large so you guys can still see, right? Because I feel like it's harder to see. Anyway, we're gonna be okay. Okay, so we're doing animations. Let's focus. Try not to get distracted. Animation change requested. So we need to emit this. We need to emit on enter animation. That's the animation. So we need to go to the player state machine, set up a function.
I can control the weather and I say power for you.
Power for me, hell yeah. Animation.
And no one else.
No one else. Animation change requested. And it takes an animation in the form of a string, because we just roll like that. We could actually like hard code them, or not hard code, but we could like save them as Trez files and then pass them to this so it knows what to play with. That's a little bit too specky and I don't think it's necessary. So now we just need to get access to the animation player. So just made everything a string at export. I normally like to call it a nim player, right? Animation player. Yep. That works. Why is it cranky? I forgot the var part of the variable. I've done that so many times when I was making the course. It's actually crazy. I have to like go and re-record stuff. Okay, so we got that animation player. So now we can just go animation player.
What are you going to do if your power goes out in the middle of the night? And your fridge dies and kills your food? Meow. You better be careful about that.
I would be sad, honestly. But that being said, the power will most likely, it's going to be worse overnight. The power probably will go out. I might not even notice. I don't know how long until the like the electrical guys might stop working. I have a generator, so like if it's a couple of hours, I think it's okay. Like the fridge should hold the temperature. It's literally brand new. I got it 6 months ago. So we just get animation.play animation when we do the animation change or requested. So now we can go back to the player state machine, and here we can go child dot animation. Why is this not working? Animation change requested. I forget the name of the requested dot connect character body dot on character body requested. It's because there's a slash there. This whole thing stopped working because of that. What happens if you lose your power and the morality core stops working, so the AI in your basement goes rogue? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but I am the AI in my basement, and quite honestly, I might just like turn off the power to the world. I don't know. We may do that. Animation change request. I don't know if that's the correct name of the function. It is. Animation change requested. Player state machine. Animation change requested. It's the same function. Are we happy with that? I don't think it matters that much. And now, close this. We can go back to this, and we've got on enter animation that we need to fill out. So we've got the animations that I set up at the very start. We'll circle back around.
With the videos with tornadoes, I see not really cyclones, because all us they can take up to lick 4 weeks or something silly. Meow meow meow. No, only I can do that. Now stop trying to do stuff you can't do. Only I can do.
Okay. We'll see. Idle, I guess it's called. So yeah, I guess like we had like a tornado at the start of last year, and I get that it's like, in a way, it just came and went, right? So like that's good. But it was very destructive. So there's also that. I don't know which is worse, cyclone, tornado. I survived the cyclone, so I'm hoping. I mean, I survived the cyclone. Run is run. Jump is jump. It's lowercase, and I need to create a full animation. Okay, animation new. Oh. And we'll call this full. And if we go to 3D, go to the sprite, and it's like the next frame, right? This one here, where he loses his shoe for a second. I think it's like I meant to loop through this. Probably not that one. So we'll start here. Right. And then we'll skip that one. Switch back to my other one now. I didn't think I had this badge, but I'm going to switch back to the other one. Meow. So they appear the same to me. I'm like, I can't read. They're the same user, aren't they? And I don't want that one because it's like off center for some reason. All right, so that's all that. Just make that 0.5 seconds. Looping. Not the best full animation, but it works. Excuse me again. Okie dokie. Look at the thing next to my username. Yeah, I can see it. It was like a love heart. But like they're the same. I'm going to switch back to my other one now, but like they're the same name. Like GooseFat27, GooseFat27. How'd you do that? I don't understand. Okay, let's see if this works. Nope. Can I call method in play in a null value? Did I forget to set the animation play? I did. Okay. Hey, look at that. Okay, so we got to flip the character based on the direction. Okay, so the acceleration is driving me crazy. Let's fix that. We can go to the... Oh, I haven't made it available. We go at export, player movement stats. And it's player movement. Save that. Oh, this isn't the character body. It can be there, it's fine. Player. State machine. Player stats, there it is there. So now we can click this. Okay, so acceleration's way too slow at 100. That's actually kind of interesting.
TTS no, you silly monkey. I'm talking about Twitch Recap 2024, which I know I had, and the other one is Share the Love I didn't know I had.
Okay, nice. I'm sorry, I don't understand Twitch. Some of that stuff I like, just don't get. Sorry. Okay, so we upped the acceleration. So we should be good. Let's run this. Okay, it feels a lot better. Still really kind of slidey for 1,000. Yeah, that is actually kind of crazy. Like, does it need to be really high? Is it because the resolution's so low? Is that what it is? Make it like a really high number. Be done with it. And I don't know about like in-air being slower. I guess it just depends on your game. Like not being able to change directions so easily. Okay, so let's flip the character. So so the sprite, right? It has a flip H. 2D. So basically we just want to turn this on and off depending on the input. So we should be able to read, so we can say if dir.x is, could we just go like the sprite, let's get access to that. Export var sprite is a sprite 2D. And click there. And then here we can say sprite dot flip h equals the sign of dir.x, right? Sign returns a -1 or a +1 depending on whether or not it's positive or negative. To be fair, I don't think, like, you know, like, I think it's always going to be a positive or a negative anyway, and I've got it around the wrong way. Hang on a second, that's weird. There should be, like... What? What? Full from int. I thought that would come out to be something true, false, true. Oh, you know what? I think in the end, that is either 1 or 0. Hang on a second. I think I might have like just not understood exactly what I'm going to get back from that. So it's 0, 1, -1, but it like that doesn't matter because it just, if it has an input, 0 is false and any other value is true. So what I guess I really just have to go like if Sign bull. Sign der. Oof. Even Angel reacted to that one. It's fucking windy out there. I wonder where the wind's coming from. I feel like I can feel it. Am I crazy for thinking that? Dude, is that a bird? What is that? Just a mess of pixels. Something on the ground outside. Alright. Okay, so if sign der is equal to alright, Missy, is equal to -1, then sprite flip h is equal to true. I don't know if that's the right way around, but else if we want to do an else if here, because we only want it to flip in the case of it being +1, not 0. And we make it false. And then that. Hey, that worked. Hey. Now he faces the direction that you're pressing, which feels really good. Okay, so that's like the base movement, like pretty much just down. 2D character controller, done. Easy peasy. Now, what I wanted to do is, do we want Metroidvania kind of aspects to this game, or is it just like platformer? We can do wall jump, we can do wall climbing, all that kind of stuff. It's really easy. And I did it all before my power went out. I was really worried that would happen. How about a dash? Yeah, we can do a dash. We just go and add a node. We have the animation for it built in here. Screw you now.
You're going to be in my YouTube shorts.
No, you're going to be in my YouTube shorts. Just now. I just made it. Hello. Dash. Dash gets a little bit tricky with input, but we can manage. Doing it before the cyclone hits, yeah. I copied a lot of code. That helped. Took a lot of my old work and just ported it over. States. Dash. Create. It does extend motion still. So, dash is a lot like a jump, but so like realistically, dash and jump aren't that different, with there being one key difference, and that is that in dash you should be able to go any direction. So obviously we get rid of this and we call it dash. And you go dash. So you just do the dash. You don't really like all this input and stuff. Like, we don't need to go to idle. Also, that really shouldn't be in jump. That's like not good.
I didn't even have this on playing and it gave me 300 points, so more TTS.
Nice. That goosebank. If not, is on floor. Oh, that's pretty funny. I didn't know that was in my jump code. Okay, so that's not the best jump code. It should be if velocity. So how we get out of this? If velocity dot y is greater than 0, then finish dot emit dot full. Okay, so I don't know. Can't remember. I have a real hard time remembering like the velocity and how it works. Okay. We are never going down because we're not applying gravity here. Right, calculate. Like, I think I'm just in the jump state. No, okay, that works. When you get to the top, it changes to full. Okay, cool. Right. Oh man, I'm a genius. How to do that? Just got lucky, I guess. Okay, calculating velocity, calculating velocity. If velocity.y is less than, is greater than 0, then you go to the full state, and then in the full state, you come back to the idle state. So, it should be all working properly. We can double check that. The funny thing about it is, like, it kind of just works, but dash is an interesting one. So with dash, we're going to do like something here where we get the input of the player from the keyboard and we just apply velocity in whatever direction that is. So we need to set a dash velocity, obviously, and the animation needs to be so new dash. I like how you have to tell me. I'm just sitting here waiting for it to come through TTS. Would you rather have a cyclone that is 100% kill your house, but not you, and there is no houses near you, or have 1 snakes that are invisible that you cannot kill and find unless you have it in your house for 3 years? I think I'm going to give up my house, right? I think that's just it. Have a good insurance policy. Dash. Okay, so there is animations for that. Okay, there it is there. Okay. 96, 95, 96, okay. Create. They're just all the same at that point. I guess this is point A as well. Looping. Okay. So player stats, we need some extra stats here. Pop this out. So, we have sprint, we're not using it. So, do we repurpose that? Sprint jump distance, 160. Let's just delete that for now.
Okay, and I think Twitch has had a stroke. It just gave me 100 points at once.
Nice. next we have dash speed, right? It's a float. And I guess I don't even know what the speed is for like the movement speed for this. That was super loud. That's the only problem with my like script here. And I should probably make it a tool script so I can actually see. Get jump velocity, get velocity. What is the velocity? I don't know. Let's print it. Invalid sprint duration. Okay. A couple of things I need to clear up. Sprint duration. Don't need it. Sprint speed. Don't need it. Make sure it's all running still. This is 160, the speed that you're moving at. So I guess you make it like a 3x that? Something like that. I need to like work out what a good mathematical model for like what that should be. But I guess for now, I'll just hard code it because I can't be bothered to like actually sit down and figure out what would be like good. Oh, excuse me. That one. Just make it 300. Dash speed. So, I'm trying to think. I've actually got code here that I can steal from and might be a bit faster. Because, like, you should move in the speed, but you don't want it to be like multiples of that. Like if you imagine like rather than being a platformer, it was like a top-down game. When you combine like left and right, you get like extra speed. So you need to normalize that direction. State machine, get input. Initiate dash. Start dash. Start dash. Yeah, like hard coding the 300 is like not the best.
If I just accidentally closed Google, which had you running, for 1 second. This one's just sitting here doing nothing and has no point in having going. Plus latency to broadcaster. 70.93 seconds, which is normally 30 seconds, and a buffer size of somehow negative.
That's
40
actually
seconds. Now I'm gonna reopen Google.
But yeah,
Meow,
like
meow. Cactus.
Dash, like you really, because the way that I like to do like movement speed and jump height, not like I normally make it jump height and jump distance. So like you never really know how fast your character is going. All you're saying is like how far you want your character to be able to jump, because that way when you're making a level, you know that it's only 128 pixels. Anything more than that, you're not going to be able to make it. And you just let the computer work it out, like how fast you're going. And so like theoretically, dash should be the same. Like it should be like, the way that velocities work out, it's distance divided by jump time. So like maybe you could just like define it as distance, like dash distance. You want it to be like even more blocks maybe. And then it would go from that. So then it would be like 3x. I don't know. Or you could just like multiply. It could just be like a multiplier. So like whatever your speed is, you could multiply it by like 3. I don't know. I have to think about that. Like what's best. But for now, let's just hard code it because we just want to get something working. Jump distance is, yeah, if you want like a precise platformer like Celeste, or like even games like Hollow Knight, right? Like which are more Metroidvania, you really want to, personally, like I'd say every single game that has a jump, you want to do it this way, because that way you can correctly define the parameters in which your player can make a jump and when they can't. And so like if you're designing the levels, you don't have to like test to see if the jump's wide enough. So that when you're like, oh, I'm going to make a jump that they have to time correctly or whatever, then you know, like, it's 128 pixels and that's it. Anything more than that is a problem. Anything less than that, they can make easily. And so like, in theory, I could even do a test. 128 pixels, that's is it 4 32s? The tile size is 32 in this. 128, yeah. So if we go to this here, and let's just change this tile map a little bit. Make it so that we can jump. And then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it there. Get rid of that. Get rid of all this. So theoretically, if this is calculating properly, it could not be calculating properly because I'm not perfect. So yeah, you can clear that, right? But if we make it one more, we won't be able to get through. Get rid of all of this. You know what I'm saying? So 5 is too many. And so it makes it really easy for you to design a level around like jumping, if that's what you wanted to do. And then I think even for games where that's not the primary focus, it's still worth knowing how far the gap is. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. So with dash, I think it should be the same, but I'm not doing it that way right now. Player stats. Okay, so we're making dash speed 300. Absolute velocity X, okay. Velocity is times boost velocity. What's the difference between velocity and speed? And acceleration is going to play into this, right? Because if you like greatly increase the velocity, vector 2 direction. I'm not normalizing, that's interesting. Yeah, it is definitely a more powerful way of making a level.
Meow that I'm back on Google. What about 2? Post the clip of you and your jiggle. And I will send you link because why not?
What? When I was talking about jiggles, I mean, oh, that's right. Post the clip of you. Right. I don't even know how to do that. How do I get the clip that you made? Clip that. I pressed it. Clip, copy to clipboard. I don't know. I don't even know what I did. It's just like the last 60 seconds, isn't it? Bro, I'm so bad at Twitch. Anyway. Okay, let's get this done. In script. So, how do we do this? I guess we just make velocity equal to the input. Right, so let's try that. First, we need to set up an input, which will be input map dash. I'll make it F for now. So we get the input and we just go velocity equals vector 2, and it's going to be direction dot x and then negative direction dot y. So it needs to be inverted. And this should be normalized and then multiplied by boost velocity. No, it's not called that here. Dash velocity? Player movement stats. The music's really loud. If I can hear it, then it's loud. Player movement stats. Dash speed. Go not declared. Oh, it's input there. Okay. And when does it end? That's the question. So, do you just say for like, it's going to go for like 3 seconds? Something like that. We'll make a timer. And then at the end of the timer, just end it.
I'm going to put you in the description and title because I'm not that mean. I'm at least going to say where I got it from.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Start dash. Right. So what we can do is we can set like a dash duration. We'll just do it here for now. Dash duration. And it's a float. And we'll make it like 3 seconds. Actually, the animation's only 0.8. So let's just make it 1 second. And in the state update, we'll subtract. So we go dash duration minus equals delta. And then if dash duration is equal to less than or equal to 0. It doesn't matter if it's equal to less than 0. It's fine. Then we want to finish to emit. Idle, I guess. Capital. Okay. And I actually don't know about this stuff. Let's just get rid of it. So it's just like you're just going to go in this direction. We do need to calculate velocity before I forget. So that we do need to do because that's how this whole thing works. State input is fine. We do need to call set direction right before dash because we do need to get the input of the player. And then that's, I mean, maybe that works. I think it works. We'll see. And then the dash speed might be trouble, but we'll see how we go. And let's just make it so that this can be activated in idle only right now, and then we'll just build up from that. If event is action pressed, this is really one of those things that can be accessed everywhere. I need to like create an in-between script, basically, that can capture the input. Finished.emit. Dash. Right? I wrote that like a function. Okay. I said dash is F, right? Oh, so I just found a bug. Oh yeah, that's actually pretty funny. Like I made it so you can only call it in an idle, but you can't do input in idle. So let's do it in run too, I guess. He doesn't move very fast. Is that the issue? Like there's no gravity. Oh, we never reset the variable. I hate that. Super annoying. Exit. Dash duration equals 1. Fine. That works. It's not neat, but it works. Yeah. It's really slow. The slowest dash ever.
Look on Discord.
Okay. General chat. Okay, here we go. This is it. Oh, you posted it as a short. I see. Hang on a second. It's muted. I still can't believe you like that jiggle physics.
I still can't believe you like that jiggle physics. How dare you meow get out of my swamp.
Listen, I'm going to be in the swamp because the swamp is where the views are at. I like the way it jiggles, right?
You have been clipped about the jiggle.
Well, I mean, I can't lie. What can I say? It's true. It's true. I can only tell the truth. Yep. Well, okay, I'm going crazy here. Music is way too high in the mix. Isn't it? Isn't it? I think I turned it down now. It's a slow-mo dash. Yeah, it really is. Okay, so I think I actually encountered this issue prior in the old version of this. And one of the ways that I solved that was just like making the boost velocity really high and then controlling the duration of the boost velocity. So the boost velocity is really fast, but it only lasts for like 1 second. So it's like you sort of have to balance the distance that you go based on the distance, like the number you put in. It's still not very good. It's coming back to me. So you have like a duration. So we can go to the player movement stats and you've got a dash speed and then you've got an export var dash duration.
Yes, I don't really know how to fix the comments.
Oh. Me neither. And you just say like, it's 1 second, maybe even half a second.
I will have a look at Mio.
I was going to leave a comment to say that I'm Chef Games and I approve of this message. Okay, so we'll make it 3000 and we'll go back to dash. And now we've got the 2. Okay, let me just pop this out so I can see what the heck I'm doing. W. Okay, dash duration is equal to player movement stats dot dash duration. And then okay, here. Okay, so that all works together. Player movement stats, dash speed. Also, programming extreme difficulty. Yeah. The power can go out at any time. And although it seems to have calmed down a little bit. I've said that a couple times though. Okay. So, velocity, speed, absolutely velocity, absolute. Okay. Let me think for a second. So one of the issues, warcasts get target position. Okay, so like if you're not putting in input, you should just go in the direction you're facing. Which is going to be challenging to figure out, especially this deep in the hierarchy. Well, look at that. Let's just see how this feels. I literally 10x the speed, but I reduced the duration a little bit. We'll see. Okay, well, that definitely feels like a dash. We're not leaving it in time. Right? Is that like we're still floating here? How long are we in dash for? That feels right, but the duration is like weird. You know what it is? What we should do is on exit, reset the speed. Like, I would say that's what's happening. Because the X and the Y are so high that the game still has to decelerate you. So even though like here, if I just print state name, hang on a second. That did seem like it was still going. Let's do like a state machine here in the... Is there a player state machine, class name, extend state machine? Here in the update physics process, print current state dot name.
I have fixed it, meow. It is because I had it set to made for kids, meow. Go add you comment if you want.
Made for kids. I'm not made for kids, that's for sure. Okay. Yeah, right. Okay, so that's working as intended, right? You're just in dash for way longer than expected. Is that... Why do you slow down? I don't actually... Complicated? That's... If dash duration is less than 0, finish emit idle. Almost knocked the glass off the table. Put that over there. Am I crazy? It should be like 0.8 seconds. What did I do? 8 seconds? 0.8 seconds? I feel like it needs to be really short, like 0.2. That's not affecting that. That's... 0.2 is unbelievably short.
It defaulted to that, but I changed it to no, it's not made for kids.
Probably because of your age. If I had to hazard a guess. If you put it in correctly. Dash duration minus players movement dash duration minus equals delta. Okay. What? Am I crazy? 0.2 seconds. Is there like some kind of conversion thing here? That's way longer than point. That feels like it's like 1 second. I'm gonna have to check that on the... Wait, oh, no. It's like not being saved. Huh. Weird. Okay. I think it's fixed now. I think I just didn't tab out of it. That's still not good. I'm not happy with that code. We'll look at that. That was just a quickie. Probably a little bit too far. Okay, should be able to do it during jumping as well, let's be honest. And fall. It should be possible all the time. So theoretically it should sit in the motion input. But it doesn't. So it's here now. I'll fix that later. Also, I really hate the key that it's on. Change to shift. Okay. Oh, it's back to front. Classic. Where is that? It's here. Oh, well then, do I even need to...
It definitely is watching now. Comments. I know every video defaults to made for children even if you publish it as an adult. Unless YouTube decides to automatically switch it over. Which I found out by accident, which takes a week or 3.
That's never been true for me. Mine has never been children by default. Okay. So the trick is here that this I don't even think is necessary. Get vector. I think we can just use input dir and just multiply it by the boost. Right? I think we can just do this. Input dir dash speed, exit, yada yada yada. Okay.
It's probably because you've placed more things that aren't made for children.
I've never placed a single thing made for children. Right, so we got some issues. Alright, this might require more thinking. Yeah, that doesn't feel good at all. The left to right feels alright. You know? So you're getting really far. I'm not a super fan of that. But the ARP is just like... You end up on the roof for ages because the velocity of your Y is so high that it takes a long time to cut out. So, probably on exit, velocity.y is equal to 0.
I did not mean to put place. I meant to put post, you silly speech to text. Can't tickle yourself.
Still way too high, but like, at least you come down now. I think in the full state you can't do this. That way, you can't just, you know, spam it. Okay. I don't know. And it's getting late. So, we'll work on that another time. I need to refer to my old one because I had a really good one. So, I'm going to pause this for a second. This is what the old Dash looked like. And it was much more controlled. It's not that different via code, but I guess I just had a better, like, control over it, if that makes sense.
Should I go to sleep now or? Had more fun with you? I have it person name first lesson tomorrow.
I am about to go offline, so... I mean, it's still kind of, slow. You know what I'm saying? and the rotation was a little bit broken. Yeah, I think we can do better. Is he going to refresh? No, it doesn't. It just dies. We can do better. And that's what it's all about. Because Celeste, like, is the one that is probably most famous, and it feels so good. Do I have Celeste installed? No, but it's small.
My tail wax sock you. Can probably comment on my video if you want.
Oh yeah.
It's
sorry.
all up to you. Meow, 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 meow. My tail wags.
There you go. Left comment. Yeah, because like, I'm trying to think. I've never really like dedicated a lot to making a dash. The Celeste one, it's really unique. It's sort of like, there's a pause to it. It doesn't go straight away. Your character sort of just stops for a second, and then it just like goes in a direction.
I'm going to make your power go out as soon as you go off stream.
But then I have to brush my teeth in the dark. Yes. So I don't like, how do you have that burst of speed? Also know exactly like how much it's going to be, like the distance. I don't know. The Celeste guys are pretty smart. So I imagine that when they did that, that was determined like the number of spaces that you actually move, like in a very controlled way. There'd be a mathematical way of figuring that out, right? So if you move X amount of speed over a certain distance, right? It's the same exact thing, right? Mathematically, we think about, hang on a second, let me cook for a second. Where am I in player 2 worlds? Okay, cool. So if we go to the player stats, right? Pop this out. It's the same as, let me just, the get velocity, right? The distance divided by the jump time. So it's really the dash distance, right? Divided by the dash duration. That is the dash velocity. So we can go func dash velocity, and it's going to take a distance, which is a float, and it's going to take
I'm going to make the power go out at 5 in the morning.
Duration.
Then. I don't want to distract you that much. My tail continues to wag.
I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's the time I get up. And a duration, right? And it returns a float. All right, so we got var dash velocity, which was going to be equal to, which is a float, and it's going to be equal to distance divided by duration. And that would be however many. And then we're going to return dash velocity. Okay, why does it mad at me?
Why
Duration
did you
is not
think
declared.
I chose 5 o'clock then?
Why do you think? Oh, okay. Wow, that's so rude. No, I'm kidding. Dash velocity is shadowing an already declared function at line. Oh, okay, they're the same. Get dash velocity. Right. So we've got the get dash velocity function. We need to implement that the same way that we've done all of these. So we go to the motion script, which is hiding, and we go here, and we've got, we create another variable here for dash velocity. It's a float.
At least you know your fridge will be okay.
My fridge will be fine. And we've got dash velocity is equal to player movement stats dot get dash velocity, and it wants a distance and it wants a float. So the distance is going to be the dash distance. Player movement stats dot dash distance. I don't know why I pass it back. Dash distance. I guess in theory, I feel like it could be something different. Player movement stats dot dash duration. Right? Your best viewers on Steamboo. Delete message. Alright. Okay, so now we know what the dash velocity is. We can go back to dash and we can, rather than player movement amounts dash speed, yeah, we just multiply by dash velocity.
Nice try, you silly person. Or bot.
They're all bots, 100%. Okay, so now that we're multiplying by the dash velocity, we should have a little bit more control over however far that needs to be. So now we can come back to the player movement stats, and the dash distance is 3,000. Obviously, that's way too far. The jump distance is 128, so it should be more than that, right? Or should it be just the same? Like, should it just be 128? Let's just make it 128. We're gonna make it half a second. Save that. And then we go back to player stats here. We got 128 dash duration, 0.2. Let's just reset that half a second. Okay, I think I've done things properly. So right now we cannot jump that because I changed it. It's so slow. Why did the math not work like that? Okay, hang on a second. See, I was expecting that to work and it didn't. 4 blocks, that's 128.
I forgot the TTS, it again.
You forgot the TCS. What's the F? Why did my hand smell like chocolate when I have not touched any chocolate? You might be having a stroke. Okay, so it's really slow. We've worked that out. At least the upward direction is not crazy. Half a second is way too short. We know that much. So is it just a matter of making it really quick? So we can come back to the movement stats, which is under player movement stats here. Let's make this really short, like 1.1 second. See, this is better, right? So now we're able to divide, like that distance is never going to change. It's just going to get faster. Sticky keys. That's good. The horizontal distance does not feel like 128. That feels much shorter than that. No. So there's a question around the distance for sure. That looks a lot better though. There's a big improvement on what we had. So then, why is the distance not correlating? So, let me just do a little bit debugging here. Why? The answer they all wanted to know was why. Okay, so get dash velocity, dash distance divided by duration. That is correct, I think. Dash velocity, dash distance, dash duration. So that all looks right. The velocity key, I don't think is... Something is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Something ain't right. Dash. Calculate the speed. You are decelerating, right? Air deceleration? In air acceleration instead of acceleration, so you slow down slower. If that makes sense. We're not getting the direction at all, so you can't change directions when you're in the dash mode. What is the velocity after this? That's what it was. So there's an interesting change because now...
Especially with me, I smell like chocolate and I feel like I've touched chocolate. I haven't touched chocolate. I'm going crazy. Meow.
The horizontal speed is like really high. So I've had this when I was designing the last one, and basically what I decided to do was I decided to set the speed, like after you exit a dash, you get the maximum, you basically clamp the X velocity to be the maximum speed that you can go, if that makes sense. So you have to do a check on the exit. So let's just stop printing these. What was the dash velocity? It's 1,820. If you're curious. Because it is 0.1 second, that makes sense. Okay. So, when we exit, the Y velocity gets set to 0. I guess. The X velocity... velocity.x will be set to the minimum and the maximum variant. Velocity.x minimum, well, if you're going one way it's going to be negative, if you're going the other way it's going to be positive. So it needs to be either between negative velocity. What's the name of it? Speed, or maximum speed, right? Something like that. Kind of curious now. Print velocity x. And then print speed. There's a lot of printouts, I'm sorry, it's just how I do things. I'm not that smart.
I found where it was from. There was some tape on my bed that I pulled off a while ago that makes me feel like I've touched chocolate. And for some reason I was like, chocolate, what the hell, duct tape? Why do you smell like
That's
chocolate?
That basically solves the issue. So now, in theory, if you do this at the exact edge, you get across, because you're not slowing down when you're dashing. There's no deceleration. And when you do stop, you're capped at the maximum movement speed. So, which is like good. The only issue then is the downward. I think that's okay though. I can't even do it because you're not... So, much better. I'm really happy with that. Like, the mathematics is not that complicated. We were able to get through that. So the only thing that's in Celeste that this doesn't have is obviously the jump to dash combo, but we can add that. It's really easy. Nice. Okay. Cool. Okay, we worked that out, and it only took us an extra 10 minutes. Oh, 17 minutes. That's cool. Alright, I think it's time for me to go to sleep. But thanks for hanging out, guys. I really appreciate it. We got some good work done on this project. I'll create a GitHub, Billy, so that you can pull this apart. I still haven't added the other stuff that we talked about. And yeah, that's basically it. Sweet as. It's time for you guys to watch someone else. I don't know who.
I'm gonna swing from the chandelier. From the chandelier, I'm gonna live like tomorrow doesn't exist, like it doesn't exist.
From the chandelier. The Captain Coda is live. I like the Captain Coda. He's good fun.
You're very much welcome, and for some reason I got no ads at all.
I turned them off because I'm that cool. Alright guys, have fun. I will see you all, I don't know, some point. I don't know. Next week. We'll go next week.